Hello, I'm Anna Kasatkina and you're going to watch the weekly stocks markets review. The US stock market indices ended the last week's session with a rise observed for over the 5 previous sessions. Wall Street hasn't seen such results for over a month. More optimism was brought by central banks' willingness to take measures for market stabilization after Greek elections if necessary, having increased by 1.7% within a week. On Friday, the Dow Jones Industrial Average Index grew by 115.26 or 0.9% up to 12,767.17. The S&P 500 index accumulated 13.74 points or 1% and closed at 1,342.84. The index grew by 1.3% since the last week. Nasdaq rose 36.47 points or 1.3% up to 2,872.80. Friday statistics from the USA suggested economic slowdown. Manufacturing output contracted by 0.1% in May, while the Empire Manufacturing Index sank to 2.29 points in June. According to preliminary estimates, the University of Michigan Consumer Sentiment Index deteriorated from 79.3 in May to the reading of 74.1 points in June, which is a low since last December. Moreover, 10-year Treasury bond yield went down to 1.582%. At the end of Thursday's session, there was a technical rally. It was fueled by Reuters news that main central banks are ready for coordinated actions in case the outcome of the elections in Greece causes tension on the global financial markets. At the same time, ECB President Mario Draghi said last Friday that the ECB was ready to shore up local banks by providing additional liquidity. This statement was made after the UK government and the Bank of England announced extension of favourable long-term lending for companies affected by credit market contraction. On Friday evening, Shoe Carnival retailer reported about 5% quarterly dividend per share, which shall be paid to the shareholders on the 16th of July. Moreover, Microsoft share gained 2.3% and thus increased to $30.02 per share, and this is the best result among the other Dow components. The Microsoft Corporation is said to have agreed to purchase business social network Yammer for $1.2 billion. The quotes of its shares grew by 0.20 points or 0.97%. They eventually came to cost $20.78 per share. You're watching the weekly stocks market review provided to you by InstaForex. Goodbye.